A new diplomatic storm is brewing after U.S. President Donald Trump announced that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has agreed to stop purchasing oil from Russia. The statement, made during a White House briefing on Wednesday, has drawn global attention as Washington intensifies its campaign to restrict Moscow's energy income amid the ongoing war in Ukraine. Trump called it a major breakthrough and hinted that he will now urge China to follow the same path. India and China have been Moscow's two most loyal energy customers since the start of the war. When Europe turned away from Russian oil following the invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, both Asian powers stepped in, taking advantage of the steep discounts offered by Russian exporters. According to data from Reuters and Bloomberg, India and China together buy more than half of Russia's seaborne crude exports, helping Moscow keep its economy afloat despite Western sanctions. Speaking to reporters, Trump said he had made his position clear to Prime Minister Modi. "I told him I wasn't pleased with India buying oil from Russia," Trump said. "He assured me that India will stop doing that. That's a big move, and now we'll work to get China to do the same." The U.S. president has often linked Russia's war funding directly to oil revenues, arguing that cutting those sources of income is essential to pressure the Kremlin into peace talks. The Indian embassy in Washington did not immediately respond to questions from the media about Trump's claim. Indian officials have long maintained that their country's oil policy is based on national interest and affordability. In previous statements, India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said New Delhi would continue buying oil from wherever it is most beneficial for our economy, a stance that highlighted India's desire to stay neutral amid U.S.-Russia tensions. Analysts believe Trump's announcement may reflect more of a political statement than a confirmed policy shift. The BBC and The Guardian noted that India has consistently resisted external pressure, arguing that its energy imports are vital for domestic stability. Russia has become India's largest crude oil supplier, sending over 1.6 million barrels per day as of September 2025, according to data from S&P Global Commodity Insights. That figure represents nearly one-third of India's total oil imports. Despite this, Trump's administration appears determined to widen its global coalition against Russian energy. Later on Wednesday, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said he had met with Japan's Finance Minister Katsunobu Kato and urged Tokyo to end its remaining purchases of Russian oil and gas. "We expect our close allies, including Japan, to stop importing Russian energy," Bessent said in a post on X, formerly known as Twitter. Japan's finance ministry has not yet commented. Japan faces its own challenges in reducing dependence on Russian fuel. As Financial Times reported, the country imports Russian liquefied natural gas, LNG, for its power sector and has been cautious about cutting supplies too quickly due to domestic energy needs. Analysts believe Washington's growing pressure on both India and Japan signals an expanded U.S. push to economically isolate Moscow beyond Europe. For India, the issue is far more complicated. Cheap Russian oil has saved New Delhi billions of dollars, helping it control inflation and fuel prices at home. Energy experts like Vandana Hari from Vanda Insights told CNBC that India's oil trade with Russia is a practical decision, not a political endorsement. She added that shifting away from Russian crude could force India to buy more expensive supplies from the Middle East or the United States, raising domestic fuel costs. Trump's statement also comes at a time when global oil markets are showing signs of decline. Brent crude prices recently fell to a 5-month low due to concerns of oversupply